someone to be emulated. Woo! After chemo, I did come back to life. And there's me and my two boys were at Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico. You know, if I had died the next day, there's no possible way that I could feel cheated. This was just totally amazing. First race for the cure that I participated in. Now, a number of people actually count their years, or they have dogs and cats, and they count dog years and cat years. I count race years. This is race year number 1. Earlier that year, I had been to see Michelle Ostrander, who was then the executive director of the Komen affiliate in Houston, and talked to her about what I was going to do. And I was thinking about raising some money because I had done that for other organizations. I thought, well, that'd be nice just to plug this into here, and that's really kind of what I did. I actually could have pretended this away. The hair was coming back, and I could have acted like it just wasn't. It had never happened. It was, growing darker all the time. But I just kind of knew there was something bigger here. I just didn't know what it was. That was that summer, and people ask, okay, so here it is. Arlen Isham had corralled me into going to Kilimanjaro, and that's my gear. And there it is, top of Kilimanjaro. I put a Komen ribbon up there. I'm gonna tell you what, that was a tough hike, a lot of praying, but I was on a mission, so I put the Komen ribbon at the top of Kilimanjaro. So how did you change? People ask, and they saw, how do you change? I said, well, I can tell you, I'm probably a bit more touchy emotionally. My BS meter is a little bit more sensitive than it used to be. But I can tell you that a dread disease and treatment, in my mind, are a lot like suddenly coming into money. It's a multiplier. Whatever you were before, you're going to be more of that afterwards. But treatment does ultimately affect everyone differently. Here we go. This is my maiden voyage up Kilimanjaro. Wow, that's amazing. So that was spring. This was fall of 2006. So at this race, well, actually, just before that, about, August of 2006, I went in for my 3-year checkup. This was very cool. Markers were clean, nothing physically. Everybody's happy. My oncologist, Dr. Berniker, these guys are like Olympic athletes. They want to win so bad, and we're high-fiving one another. And I went home. And about 5 weeks later, just randomly, I felt my chest. I said, what is this? I have a lump in my scar. Wow. And I remember being a little bit bummed out about that, and that don't happen to me very often. But on the right there, you see Lourdes Hernandez. I was at a party, and I talked to Lourdes about this. At this time, Lourdes was a 2-time breast cancer survivor, an incredible athlete, a great runner. And I remember Lourdes said to me, look, don't worry about this. I've been through this. You're just in for maintenance. And yeah, I was. But I got to tell you, I had surgery again. I had chemo again. And this time I had radiation. I can tell you they really meant to kill something this time. But afterward, my hair is coming back, and it's fine, it's white, it's like baby hair. And I'm going, this is not me. It started to darken up, but I said, it's gone. So that's why you see this today. I said, we're just never going to deal with this again. So I just shaved it off. That summer, or actually it's spring, my sister Roberta, who lives in Columbus, Ohio, she is an 18-year breast cancer survivor. So I went to the Columbus, Ohio race and ran in the race for the cure with her. Later on the exact same summer, my oldest sister, Doris, in Wichita, Kansas, was diagnosed with breast cancer. Interesting, Doris and I both had the genetic testing. 0, clean, nothing shows up anywhere. Think maybe there's some things we don't know? So when you think about donating for research for breast cancer, that's one very specific thing that it goes to, is genetic research. Try to figure out how this stuff works. This is real life stuff. This is 2007 race. And actually, this was a race against the clock. For that afternoon, I'm jumping on an airplane, and I'm going to New Delhi. And after New Delhi, I'm going to Kathmandu,